Hey everybody, before we get into this week's episode, just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's listened to and watched our episodes so far. If we can ask a big favour of you, if you are watching us on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. If you are listening to us on any other podcast platforms, please hit that follow and give us a rating. It'll help us a huge amount and reach more and more people. Thanks again everybody. Welcome to Over the Falls podcast, episode number 30. This is a bonus episode. As Halloween is looming, we are discussing the top 10 scariest films as voted for by Rotten Tomatoes. 30 minutes, bonus episode. Here we go.
So this top 10 is Rotten Tomatoes top 10 scariest horror movies. So not necessarily the highest rated, but this is Rotten Tomatoes top 10 scariest horror movies.
Not gory, not like chilling, like...
So I don't know.
So like, when you say like rated, yeah, do you mean...
As in, I don't think this is the list necessarily of the highest rated, and what I mean by like...
enjoyable.
Yeah, but it's titled Scariest.
Okay, so should we just go one for one and see if we can guess them?
One for one isn't bad.
Well, I'm going to throw an absolute monster out there straight away, which is The Exorcist.
Oh, that was my first one.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Right.
I mean,
if that's both of your first one, right, that is number one on the list.
Doesn't surprise me at
Number
all.
one.
I
No, it doesn't
absolutely hate
surprise
that film.
I like watching that film, but I don't like the film.
No, I watched that when I was 18. I'm now 41, and I still regret watching that thing.
Do you want to guess when it was made?
1975.
73.
Oh,
73.
even earlier.
73.
How?
I don't know why.
I said it on the last year's episode, but like, imagine watching that in 1973.
Imagine watching Jaws too.
Oh,
I reckon a lot of people
Love it.
walked out the cinema
well, yeah.
in 1973 of watching The Exorcist.
Hey,
Wasn't
I
it
was-
legal when we were 16?
Yeah, it's still legal then. I'm sure it was.
Because it went
might
through a
have been
censorship.
banned.
It went through a censorship thing, didn't it?
I remember, like, on certain pictures, it did say banned in so-and-so countries. Eventually, they cleared it, obviously. You can watch it now, can't you? Probably on streaming services and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was on Disney. It was actually on. You can get loads of good films on Disney. It was there for the taking last year, so it'll probably come back on again this year.
Well,
It's just, even just seeing the picture of it just made me like,
Regan's face. Or just him underneath the lamp.
The street light is the
street light.
one that I remember. Like, that iconic picture of the briefcase. Is
that
it?
house
And
is,
yeah.
that house is
Tubular Bells.
horrid.
Tubular Bells, yeah. So many things like made that film great, didn't it? Including the soundtrack.
I think
You
as
know?
well, like what added to it for me was the mystery around the film, because you hear rumours about the film then, like about the girl getting hurt, and some of it was quite real, and
You know when she's kind of like
horrible film.
going like back and forth.
she was on like
on the
on
bed,
that
right?
mechanism.
That looks like that's hurting.
Apparently it was. That's the thing. Like these backstories.
Her
Apparently it
legs were
was.
stretching, and her back was killing her.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Not to mention the content, having to act that at such a young age.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
With the crucifix scene, we're all
Oh, but the
that's absolutely horrific.
How old? Do you know how old she was as well?
she looks about 12. I'd
yeah,
say.
I want to say 12, but I don't know. If she's under 15, like
That's messed up.
It is messed up.
I think that's messed up.
Yeah.
Like, particularly if she wasn't dubbed in some of the things she says, because she literally says like,
Ow.
"Your mother sucks cocks in hell," and like,
There's no holding back.
No.
that's a really interesting point about films. Actually, is where's the line? So, say if you've got a nice budget movie coming up, and you need some kids in it, right? And maybe it's a scary film like It. I mean, I'll use that as the newer It as an example. Like, Mum, I'm going to be in this film, right? It's a scary clown, killer clown. Oh, is it It? Yeah. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, you'll be all right.
Just go for the script. Ooh.
But like, I found out that Pennywise, the actor, the guy who could make his eyes go sideways.
Are you on about the
Swedish
Well, he
actor?
the
actually
later,
does that.
the later movie?
I
Yeah.
think that's how he won the audition.
How his eyes and his face.
Yeah, he can make his eyes go sideways.
He can actually do that?
Yeah, and he does this weird thing with his mouth where he can smile really
Tell you what,
strangely.
his smile is perfect for it. I think that really like dimply, creepy,
I definitely can't do it.
almost like a ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But
go
they
back to that.
they kept that actor away from all the children until the second movie. I don't know how they shot it in order, but in the second movie, when they go to the house, no spoilers, but I'm going to give a little spoiler. He bursts out of a cupboard, and that's the first time they ever saw him. Was when he's chasing them,
That's gross.
dressed in full outfit.
So that scene, those kids must have been terrified. It was real terror. Yeah.
They're quiet. They go. And then they
okay.
remember their acting.
We'll go back to the top 10 then. The original It.
Well, okay.
The original Tim Curry
Yeah.
gives me real bad anxiety. Yeah, it does. Because I hate clowns. I hate clowns
I've
probably because
seen
of that film.
the later. I've seen the original It, definitely, and it's really long. I think.
Yeah, it's-
I haven't seen it for
the
a
original
very,
3
very long
hours.
time.
It's
But,
240 something, I think.
But I think I've seen
yeah.
the newer It, but I think it's got other parts. I've only seen
got
part
two
one
parts, it's got.
of the later one. So I
got
don't think
two
I've seen
parts.
part 2. But you know what?
Is it in there?
Yeah, you've mentioned the original one,
Yeah.
but you also mentioned the later one, and the later one is in it. And that, do you want to guess when that came out in? The later It.
Oh, 2016? 2017?
Probably later. 2019?
17.
Oh, good shot, man.
How mad is that though? Probably only discussed 3 films. 2 of them are on it. So you've got like Exorcist, which is number 1, and then It 2017, number 10. Both ends of the
Ooh.
spectrum.
Wow, you've hit one
And you've got them all in between to go. Obviously, I'm not going to give you any hints yet because you're smashing it, to be fair.
How many Stephen Kings are on it?
Is Wreck in there? The Spanish one.
You know
Whoa.
what? It isn't, but we can speak about that for 2 minutes. That is a gross movie.
That is a gross movie.
I only remember the end. I don't know what the hell happens at the beginning.
It's kind of like an old, like granny.
Anorexic,
Oh.
real skinny.
Is it a
It's just-
pandemic or something though?
Yeah, it's like
they
it's a
closed
zombie,
the
it's like a
house.
zombie film, isn't it? It's like a virus that's in this hotel,
Yeah, like a hotel or something, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
and the fire brigade go in there and stuff's going on. They all get locked in, and they
seal it off, don't they?
yeah, and they have to hide from
And
these
I
things.
remember the end, but I can't remember what the content of the whole film is. Sort of thing.
A lot of it is to do with, like, I guess you call it like POV or like camcorder style horror, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Blair Witch.
Yes, it's got to be in there.
Not there.
You know what? It is not there.
Well,
So-
that is a surprise because that's probably one of the scariest films I've seen as well, and not necessarily the whole film, but everything around it, like we said before.
Yeah.
But that final scene again, that guy just standing in the corner and
Yeah.
she's screaming at him, and he just stands there.
Yeah, it's eerie as all hell, isn't it?
It's a groundbreaking film because, yeah, I almost said it, but I thought I didn't know if it was on the list. But like that kind of like spurred on all of those POV self-recording style.
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
It's the first one I can remember being so big,
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think.
But they were putting posters around that village or town wherever they were filming for saying like missing. Have you seen these people? So it was like a huge aura around that film.
Oh,
I've got to say though, I still am absolutely gutted that you don't see the witch.
I think it adds to it.
I think it's a good thing. Imagine it was absolutely terrible. It came out because I had that.
I know
I'm sure
because
it's
in my
last
head
year.
the whole build-up, I was like, even if we just saw, I don't know, anything in the corner of the room that wasn't just them,
I think you
I would
making
really,
up your own
really like it.
mind about what they look like is a little bit like if you read a book as opposed to a movie. So then you're making it up as you're reading it, and sometimes it's worse, I suppose.
I've got a
'Cause, yeah,
horrible image in my head of what a Blair Witch would look like.
Yeah.
And I don't think they could portray that on camera because I remember seeing Jeepers Creepers. It's absolutely terrifying for ages. Then you saw the person that was chasing me, think, "Oh, it's all right. I'll have him."
It's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad. No.
So I think that's the risk, isn't it, of showing it.
True.
Halloween. I'm going to jump in with a Halloween.
Which one?
The old ones, see, the 80s, they're really, really good and really scary, but I don't know whether they would get into the top 10 of scariest films.
You've nailed it, Dave. So, coming in at number 7, it's the original Halloween. Do you want to guess when that came out in?
Oh, 1980.
No, 60s.
Sorry. Way earlier.
69 or 68.
Jamie Lee Curtis,
Later.
really young.
A
Later.
bit later.
I'm going to say 75.
Not a bad guess. 1978.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so not quite into
It's,
the 80s.
it's my favourite. It's
I
my
would
favourite
say
of the franchise.
definitely my favourite, and it feels like one of the original, I'll call it slashers.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
if you consider that as like a genre, it's like one of the original slashers. Or it feels to me like one of the original ones.
Definitely.
1978.
What came out first? Was it Halloween or Friday the 13th? Because
Don't
they
know.
were really similar. I remember
Or
them being
Freddy.
Same era.
Oh yeah, Jason being Friday
Friday
the
the
13th,
13th,
and then
Jason.
Freddy Krueger being
Freddy's got to be in there. He's got to be in there.
Mate, he is not in there.
It's not. Freddy's not scary. Like, for me, it's not scary. It's like more like just gross. It's just like.
I think it is scary because
it's
it
horror.
is like
It's good horror.
I'm sleeping. and then someone going to come and invade my dreams and do some horrible stuff to me. That's quite scary.
Yeah, the storyline, and also number 3, which I found the most terrifying. So
bus
thanks a lot,
one.
Gavin, for that one. Dave's older brother. I think me and Dave were probably, God, I don't know,
8.
Like 9 maybe, which might have put Gavin at like 12 maybe.
How did he have it on
12
video?
And it was called The Dream Warriors. Horrible.
Yeah.
Really good. Probably the best one, bar the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say
They are
number
good.
1 is the
Scary.
best, Nightmare on Elm Street, and then Dream Warriors, because number 2, I don't remember being that great.
It's a hell of a concept.
Yeah.
Hell of a concept.
It is.
And he's got knives for hands.
Oh, it's grim. Grim.
And he was in the boiler room.
It's all burnt to all hell, Robert
Yeah.
England, isn't it?
Yeah, was he like a caretaker and he's like locked in a boiler room?
I can't remember
Yeah.
the story. No, wasn't he a pervert or something and they burnt him alive?
Maybe. I remember he was in a boiler room though. He had like some incident in like a school boiler room or something.
Or maybe
He was in
bullied?
Stranger Things, wasn't he? Rob England.
Yes.
The last episode.
What did he play?
He was in the prison or something, wasn't he? It was just a cameo.
Was he yeah, there was a
cameo
lot of
role.
cameos in that. Was he like a Russian guard or a Russian prisoner?
He was in that prison at the end when they're kicking off and they're killing those demigorgons or whatever they're called, and there's
Yeah.
like some fireballs and everything coming after them.
I feel like
Stranger
that was
Things
like
crackers.
his whole. I feel like that was his whole career. Nothing wrong with that being his whole career,
Horror.
but I felt like Robert England's career was Freddy. I don't know.
Well, he could play anybody else because everyone's going to. Oh, that's Freddy again. There he is. That's Freddy.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish this is why we need a Jamie. We need a Jamie.
I love Jamie.
Because he's in. I think he's in some serious films where he plays a serious person.
You know what? Maybe I'm totally wrong
No,
here.
absolutely
And I'm saying he's like a one-hitter quitter on that, and then maybe he's in Grange Hill and everything.
Definitely Holby City.
Biker Grove, maybe. I don't
Definitely been
know.
on that.
Biker.
They've all been on
Friday
that.
13th. It's Friday 13th in there.
You know what? It's actually not. I'm going to give you a slight, not a huge clue.
Again,
but,
it's not
there
too
is-
scary.
There's actually 1, 2, 3. There's 3 or 4 what I would say are like late-ish. Do you know what I mean? But there is also one from night. Oh, you
Psycho.
Psycho.
thought
That's
you were
a
gonna
really
go-
good film. That is.
You know what? Weirdly, it's not. But there is one which, like, I'm a little bit surprised you haven't said it because it is huge and iconic.
Scream.
No.
That's
no.
my
Saw.
that's my favorite slasher.
No, this one I'm thinking of is from 1980, and when you say it, or whoever says it,
Alien.
Aliens.
No, not on the list. Top 10.
Rotten Tomatoes.
scariest.
What the hell
I think
Get
you've got
out.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Hey, don't shoot me. It's just the list, okay? It's not,
Don't shoot the messenger.
It's,
What the hell are you doing?
it's certainly not my
Rotten
list.
pumpkins, that's what you want.
Okay, it's certainly not my list, but this is just the list. But honestly, like, there's 2 of them. One's from 1974 and one's from 1980, and they are huge horror movies. Huge. And also another one.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That's one of them.
Oh,
Yes.
Right,
of course.
that is one of them. And do you want to guess when that's from?
That's 1975. That's
the older one,
early
isn't it?
70s.
Very good guess. You're 1 year out.
1 year.
was that Radio 2?
Yeah.
I got the bug.
1974, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one.
Absolutely grim.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
It is in the scene when he's got like the butcher's apron on,
Yeah.
and he's just like swinging around the chainsaw, and I think he maybe gets the clothes on the line when he's chasing the woman.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
When he gets that woman and grabs
Horrendous.
her and takes her into that house, I can't watch that bit.
Yeah.
It's
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 realistic.
real.
It's so real.
Yeah.
Because she's short, she's quite small. He's massive. Whoever the actor is.
And she can't do anything about it. What's he do? Just slam her up on that hook.
I can't. I don't. Yeah.
I can't watch it.
It's
grim.
terrifying. I think that original one, even though the later one, do you remember the later one from like maybe early 2000s? I think it was called.
I think that was really good as well.
And he wore the face, I think,
Yeah.
or something. Really, really good.
Leather
but
face.
There's something
Leather face, yeah.
just like the realism of the 1974 one is just gross.
Well, that 2 decades, so like from the 60s to the 80s, those films, what special effects?
They had nothing.
It just
really.
looked real.
Definitely no CGI.
No.
No.
That's
Just
what. So they had
actually
to
real.
go
It's-
for it, didn't they? Oh, it just reminded me of another one. I don't think
I'm going to cross this off the list because I am.
Silence of the Lambs. Would you
know
call that
what?
horror?
That is not in it, but it's a hell of a movie.
I'd call it a horror film.
I was just thinking because
I'd
you've
call it
got
a
wearing
horror
his
film.
face and things. Then it was
It's
like
awkward,
reminding me of
isn't it?
Hannibal.
Especially Red Dragon too. I'd call that a horror film too.
It's like
Of a different, like,
Oh, got one.
different avenue of it.
The
Yeah.
Ring. The Ring.
The Ring is on there. The Ring is
Nice.
on there. Do you remember when that's from?
Oh God, 2012, 2013?
Earlier.
That's quite. I think.
Wow.
Yeah. Gosh. I think
2009.
Earlier.
No, I think it's like 2004.
Closer.
Oh my
little bit
God,
older
I
than
don't
that.
know.
2002.
So
But
we were just out of school.
this one here, I believe, because it's not Ringu, whatever, I believe this is the American one, and it might have been the Asian cinema one, maybe Japan, I imagine. That might have been a couple of years before as well.
okay, yeah.
Well, I don't know. The Ring, 2002, is that the original American one, which comes out the telly from the well? Probably, right?
Have you seen the Asian one?
I reckon.
Yes, I've seen both of them. Yes. The Asian one's better, in my
Yeah, I
opinion.
think the Asian one is older.
Yes, and then the you know what? I reckon that is the American one because I went traveling 2003, and I think I had like a pirated one from Bali of that American Ring, which makes sense. 2002. So yeah.
That is scary. I remember
It is
watching that in
scary.
cinema, and
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
thinking, I don't like this. I'll tell you what scene it was as well. Is when they opened the cupboard underneath the stairs, and the girl, they said they died of fright, didn't they? And the girl was just like all green, her jaw was like really low, and her head just sort of like drops. Mate, you know when you like see something really scary and you're
Shocking.
Like, I felt my heart just like drop a little bit. Like I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I wish I'd never seen that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Tell you what, it makes such a difference, the setting in which you're watching the movie, because we've talked about this before, right? We've talked about Blair Witch Project. I reckon the worst place in the world to watch the Blair Witch Project would be in a tent on your own with an old school big back telly, right? And the zip of the tent is open behind you.
Oh my God.
Right? And then you are looking at that telly. There's like noises and a little cracking of the twigs and stuff. Hey,
Oh my God. I don't know if I could do that.
a little bit like watching Jaws in a rubber ring in the sea. You've seen those pictures like when they watch it?
They do it, yeah.
Oh, but like, I guess what I'm trying to say is if you watch a horror movie in the morning with the curtains open and the sunlight coming in, it's not the
different
same
story.
as it.
It's not the same.
not
I
the
did
same.
watch The Exorcist in the day, mind, and it still scared the living shits out of me. But even so,
A lot of build up to that though, and like, you know,
I think I watched it at Kel's house, and you and Kel ran outside and banged on the windows.
probably. That sounds like something we would do.
It was pitch black, and I got told to watch it in pitch black, otherwise I was a wimp. It was horrible.
There is a huge one from 1980, and you said the name of the author earlier on.
Oh, Stephen King.
Oh, Pet Sematary?
Nope. Bigger.
Misery.
Think of a huge Stephen King horror movie.
Oh, The
Probably-
Shining.
Oh, that's the one. Do you
Amazing.
That's a banger.
want to have a little guess when that's from?
83.
Not a bad guess. A little bit older.
85.
1980. So it's actually older than all of
Maths.
us because I'm 82.
Yeah.
You're 82
Yeah.
and you're 83.
83.
Yeah. So older than us, and that is such a good movie.
That's a thumper.
Seen that about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Need to
Yes.
rewatch it again, maybe.
That scene is going in my head now when he sees that really attractive woman in the bath and he gets her out and then she turns into like something
A corpse.
horrible.
Yep.
A corpse, yeah.
Yep. Let me tick that off.
She's
the
all,
list.
like, all rotting. And
Clever.
Those,
have you
really
watched
clever.
The,
Those
have you watched the
twins?
sequel?
There's a sequel.
Well, was it Doctor Sleep? Have you seen that?
Not
With Ewan
sure-
McGregor?
No, I'm not sure if I have. You know,
Good film, that.
not sure if I have.
Better than I thought. I wouldn't call it horror. It's more like a supernatural sort of film. It's interesting.
Oh,
Good
okay.
film.
The,
Quite long.
What's your most memorable scene from that movie? Because I think there's a bunch of them.
From what, The Shining?
Yes.
Oh, the act scene obviously is like huge when he's
Yeah.
coming through the Here's Johnny.
Do you remember
Yeah.
all the blood?
Yes.
Yeah,
coming
Red
down
Rum.
the.
What I remember about
the
that
lift,
though
was
is
it?
there's like a specific like drum beat. It's
Yes.
like
Oh,
as the kid's cycling, it's just like going dong
Yeah.
like that, and you're like, and then I think it's completely silent when the lift opens.
Do you
Or there's
remember who,
violin screeching or something, but you can't hear the audio of the kid screaming or anything. It's just like
Do you remember who directed it? 'Cause I
Stanley
think-
Kubrick.
Kubrick.
Yeah, Kubrick.
That's the Clockwork Orange guy,
Going
isn't it?
right, this and 2001: A Space Odyssey, and probably a million other things I can't remember. But hell of a good director.
so good that film because you can feel the isolation,
Oh yeah.
can't you?
Oh yeah.
They are totally on their own.
slowly, more and more insane in that huge hotel that they
and you got
bought.
that. You got the barman. Do you remember the barman who's
Yeah.
not really there, but
Not
he is
there.
there?
Yeah,
Yes.
but he's totally
He's
not
like,
there.
what'll it be tonight?
Yeah.
Wasn't he a
I'll have
guy
a whiskey tonight.
who didn't he like kill himself years ago or something?
Yeah, he
weird, and he
just
found
wasn't
out
there.
later on. Like, the maze in the end with the axe scene that
The
you were
maze.
talking about.
Yep, yep.
And then there was another one. Those two girl twins.
Yes.
in the corridor before the blood hits, maybe.
On the
Come
little
play with us
tricycles.
forever and ever and ever. Oh, no thanks.
No,
Feel like
thank you very much.
you know what? It does make me want to watch that film again. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a brilliant film.
That is
There's no
so
doubt
good.
about it.
I've got to
good.
watch a horror film tonight. Every night, the only films we watch in October are horror films.
I gotta be honest, I don't watch horror films anymore.
I
haven't seen them for ages.
I watched. Yeah.
I think the last one I saw was probably Halloween, one of the newer ones. Went to go in the cinema in both.
I watched Halloween X. Is it?
Is that the newest one?
Absolutely awful.
I can imagine that.
So
Is that the one with
bad.
Jamie Lee Curtis? Like the last one that she's in?
She thinks she's killed him, and it moves straight on from that one where she thinks she's killed Michael, and she's a bit burnt because there was a huge fire.
Oh yeah.
And she's in the back of a ambulance, and they're like sedating her. She's not really in it that much, Jamie Lee Curtis. She's sort of. She's been kept away in I think it's a psychiatric hospital because she's going berserk.
She's going Burko.
But yeah, see, you run away from Michael. Say the average human runs at 8 miles an hour or on a sprint.
Yeah.
He walks. It still gets you.
Oh yeah.
What's up with
He'll
that?
get you.
As the crow flies.
Yeah.
As the crow flies. I reckon he sprints every time no one's watching him. I'm sure he runs.
Right.
Really
little
sweaty underneath that mask.
little clue. They're all later. The oldest one left. You've got 4 left on the top 10 list.
Insidious.
Oldest one is 2010. Insidious is one from 2010.
Shot.
My mum can't
Yep.
watch that.
Insidious. Yep. that is
The
one.
demon in that film, she cannot watch that film.
Yeah, see, that's how I feel about Exorcist.
You know what? I get them a
just
little
don't
bit
like it.
mixed up. I've definitely seen it. Remind me which one Insidious was.
Tiptoe for the tulips. You know that you got that little boy like
Is there a
dancing in the
kid-
corner of the room.
And then he's imagining a scary thing. Or not.
I
There's a
think I know
séance
which
in
one.
it. There's a séance in it, sort of
I don't remember it.
3/4 of the way through it, and she's got like a weird gas mask, and she's whispering really like really weirdly.
Is that the one when they get dragged out of bed? You know that
No,
horrendous
that's what I was
scene on the
trying to think of earlier.
Is that
CCTV?
Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal
that is,
Activity.
isn't it?
That's what
That's
I was
not on
thinking
there, is
of.
it? 'Cause I was
It's
thinking of-
not
okay.
on there, but that would have been a good one because I remember
Number
being
3,
pretty scared by
Paranormal
that.
3, banger. Number 1, okay, you can watch it once, but
I think
number
it's
2, I
that
don't know what
baby
they were
cam
doing.
thing. Like,
The baby cam
If it
and-
looks real, like Wreck and the Blair Witch, and then like that kind of CCTV looking thing, it's just horrible, isn't it?
But they left like flour or something on the floor, didn't they, to see what was coming in, and it was like hooves. Like devil hooves or something like that. It's just
Centaur
horrible.
coming to rip your head off.
Yeah. Oh God,
what
no.
would be the
Don't like-
scariest thing chasing you? Have you seen Drag Me to Hell?
Demonic baby from what is that film called?
Brain Dead.
Yes, Brain Dead.
Maybe just turn around and kick that thing.
Kick him
There's
into
no
the
wrong-
liquidizer.
Yeah, they boot that baby in it when he's in the park. It's definitely an adult though at some point.
Oh man, that is still the goriest film I've ever seen.
Oh, without doubt.
Goriest, and also Peter Jackson. What was he thinking?
Yeah.
Hell of a film though, to be fair.
The Lord, like, I hadn't seen it for ages, and then people would just talk about, have you seen it? And I was like, no. There's a lawnmower scene. He picks up a lawnmower. I was like, that sounds amazing.
That's not my mother. With his wonky
That's
glasses
my
on.
grave you're pissing on.
Yeah.
Oh, my
And that
God.
blender scene, I remember the blender scene because there's like just a headlet. I don't know.
It's gross. It's gross.
Yeah. And also when they're all eating like jam, roly-poly and custard, and then she's got a bandage, and it's just pus and blood. He goes, jam.
That is not jam.
That is not jam. And also, they went to like, I don't know, somewhere in Africa. And
Someone gets
got
bitten by a baby,
monkey.
I think. Yeah.
Monkey or
Oh,
something?
Yes.
Monkey, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's a monkey.
Everything's a
Everything's
monkey. Ebola.
Little fact for you.
Yeah.
That scene at the start of Brain Dead where they're in that sort of canyon where the monkeys are, it's the exact same spot that they filmed The Paths of the Dead in Return of the King. No, Two Towers.
No.
Oh, God. One of the Lord of the Rings films.
One of the 3.
Was that
I think it's the third one.
filmed in New Zealand then? Or, mad. Right, we've got, they're also later. 2018, 2013, 2012.
So Insidious is one, did you say?
Yes. So you've only
Oh,
got
Sinister.
3. Yeah, that's another one.
Sinister.
Yep.
I've never seen that.
Ethan Hawke.
From 2012. Yep.
What's the premise of that film? He's a journalist, I think, and they move into a house where people have killed themselves.
Classic,
and
yeah.
Someone's trying to get him. Rachel can't watch that.
So Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke's in it.
You know what? I'm starting to think about whether I've even seen that. You know,
I don't think I've seen it.
Good.
Ethan
Good film.
Hawke.
Scary.
One of these don't know if Dave will remember it, but one of these, me and Dave went to see in the cinema. And another one...
Braveheart?
No, close. It wasn't that long ago. One of them's from 2018, and me and you went to the cinema to watch it.
Horror film?
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember. We went art centre, just me and you, art centre, and it must have been in 2018, I guess.
My memory's so bad. I can't think of the hell.
Is it a 2018 film, or is it
No,
like
2018. It's not a remake, not that I know of. I remember it being really weird. You know, it was really good and really scary, but it was weird. Like really.
I can't think.
Odd
Honestly,
movie.
God, that would
Completely
must be a big film for you guys to get
We
together.
come
and
back to that one.
watch it.
This one from 2013. I'm pretty sure on the cover it's like a tree with something hanging from a tree. I think on this one, 2013. But if we're not getting it, I'll start giving you some hints.
Hit me up with a hint.
Yeah, give
I
me
need a
a hint.
hint.
A tree.
I don't know if you're gonna get this one, you know, but like you definitely heard of it. Should I just tell you?
Go on,
Give me the first letter.
The C, the K.
Conjuring.
Yes. So that's from 2000. I think that's got like a tree on it, and then the one that me and Dave went to see from 2018, Hereditary.
Yeah, so
Do you remember that movie? I thought I went to you with it.
No, I wouldn't have gone to the cinema to see that.
No way.
Aren't
No,
all those
I don't think
films
so.
I
related?
thought it was with you.
Insidious, The Conjuring, and Hereditary.
I don't know. Maybe.
No, Hereditary's got
Maybe.
that.
She's an Aussie actress, isn't she?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm
remember
getting it confused with Babadook. Isn't that? Is
Great
that?
film.
Is that Aussie?
The little
Babadook?
boy, is it? Babadook.
Babadook, yeah.
The little boy.
But
Yeah.
yes, I remember seeing the highlights. What's the word? Trailer for Hereditary, and I was like, no, no thanks, not for me.
No, we're not going to that.
No,
Turn my phone off.
yeah, but
Right.
no, that's good. I think I'm not surprised Exorcist is there though. I'm not surprised
Number one.
at all.
So, I mean, I don't know how they made that list, to be fair. I didn't go into too much detail about finding, like, maybe I should have done. But maybe they just asked loads of people, what's the scariest movie you've ever seen? And a hell of a lot of them are going to say The Exorcist, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Without a doubt.
Terrifying.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. What was number 2 again?
So, number 1, The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Number 2, Hereditary. Number 3, The Conjuring.
That's really
Number
surprising.
4, The Shining. Number 5, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh.
6 was The Ring. 7, Halloween. 8, Sinister. 9, Insidious. And number 10, the later It.
Nice.
Shall we?
Shall we? Shall we dance?
Yeah.
What episode was that? 3?
Oh my god, it was.
Was it 3-0?
3-0.
3-0.
Halloween special.
The big 3-0.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Cool.
Enjoy. Don't know when this is going to go out, but enjoy your Halloween, everybody.
Yeah.
Have a spooky one.
Yep.
See ya.
Bye bye.